If you think Cape Cod is a strange place to find one of New England's best Mexican restaurants, then you don't know Anejo. Located along picturesque Main Street in downtown Falmouth, Anejo Mexican Bistro and Tequila Bar is fun and festive. The walls are covered in Mexican-inspired art, the bar is stocked with about 75 different tequilas, and no matter the season, the dining room is always filled with folks having a good time.
The place is always loud, there's always action, it's always full, and really we're all about fun.
Jesse Kersey grew up in California, and when he moved to Cape Cod, he missed the authentic Mexican food he had back home. So about 6 years ago, he opened Anejo, where guacamole is made to order at your table. Margaritas are always mixed with fresh squeezed juices, and everything coming out of the kitchen is made from scratch, just like great Mexican cuisine should be.
We don't bring in a jar of sauce, we don't bring in a can of anything. Everything is fresh and authentic, and it's just something that I felt there was a need for, and it's been great.
While much of the menu at Anejo stays true to its roots, the kitchen also takes advantage of all the great local ingredients the Cape has to offer.
We serve what we like to call authentic Mexican food with a little bit of our own flair. We serve a lot of street Mexican food, but then we also give it a nice little Cape Cod edge. We serve a lot of seafood. It's one of the things that we're proud of most is that we've taken Mexican food and we've been able to combine that with where we live, and that's the Cape. And there's just such great seafood on the Cape that we like to focus a lot of our attention on that, and we put out some pretty cool Cape Cod Mexican meals.
So there are appetizers like carnitas and clams made with local cherry stones, a crispy scallop tostada topped with pico de gallo and smoked bacon, and lobster taquitos that don't skimp on the good stuff.
You can tell that you're eating lobster, whereas a lot of things might be hidden in there and they wonder what happened to the lobster. This, you know that you're eating lobster, and then once you add the guacamole and everything else to it, it's great. It's one of our most popular items.
Since this is Cape Cod, a lot of customers might be in the mood for some clam chowder and a stuffed quahog. But since this is Anejo, they offer something a little different. Instead of chowder, there's a chipotle stung lobster bisque. And instead of a standard stuffy, they serve quahogs rellenos.
We have a quahog on our menu, which is a very Cape Cod thing. But all of the ingredients are ingredients from Mexico. We use cornbread, which is a big thing in Mexico. We use chorizo, which is their sausage as opposed to a Portuguese chorizo, which is what they use here on the Cape. So although it's a Cape Cod flair, it's because it's a quahog, it still stays within the authenticity of Mexican food.
The nachos here are also a bit different. Instead of the standard pub-style pile, these are handcrafted and assembled with care.
We hand cut our own tortillas here, and instead of cutting the normal sized triangular chip that you would see in normal nachos, our chip is about 3 times bigger, and we give you 6 of them, and then each nacho is then individually constructed. So you'll get every single ingredient on every single nacho. You get the beans, you get the cheese, you'll get the jalapeno, you'll get the meat, you'll get the sour cream. So you're guaranteed every single bite's gonna have what you're looking for.
Of course, no Mexican meal is complete without some guacamole, and since it's made right at your table, customization is encouraged.
And when you see somebody actually making the dish in front of you, where you can choose your ingredients, how much jalapenos you'd like in it, how much cilantro you would like in it. So it's just cool to be able to have the customer be in control of the kind of guacamole that they're getting and knowing that it's very fresh every single time.
When it comes to entrees at Anejo, there are lots of options. Seafood fans might order the cornflake-crusted cod or the ancho maple glazed salmon. Meat eaters will love the carne asada, classic pork carnitas, or chicken mole. But the best thing to order here might be the tacos, because every single component of this dish is carefully considered.
It's about the salsas, the guacamole, getting the right char on the meat. There's a lot that goes in back there that really goes into each flavor that you're getting, and then it's the perfect combination of how much meat versus the taco shell versus the salsa and how everything comes together, and they're great.
For dessert, there's really only one you need to know, Anejo's incredible fried ice cream.
We take a giant tub of ice cream and then they shave it down, turn it into a ball, and then dip it into cornflakes. And then from there, we flash fry it just enough to get the cornflakes crispy, but not so much as to melt the ice cream. And then that goes into a homemade tortilla bowl, and then you top that with whipped cream, caramel, chocolate sauce, a nice cherry. It's a great Mexican vanilla sundae.
And that's a sweet way to end a meal at Anejo.